Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Who review. I am Davros and I'm a Whovian, and today I review Doctor Who, The God Complex. So this is the 11th episode of Series 6. So in this one, the Doctor, Amy and Rory become trapped in a hotel of horrors, unable to escape and unable to find the TARDIS. The Doctor must save as many people as he can, taking many twists and seeing his own worst fear. And of course, the Doctor comes across some people, a young nurse, a bold rodent-like alien humanoid creature played by David Walliams, and of course there is a Minotaur in the mix, and it looks big and fierce and mean. And of course the Doctor eventually gets to the bottom of this, where he finds, that they're in a hollow deck ship, and he does find the TARDIS, and the Minotaur succumbs to its wounds and dies, telling the Doctor death would be a gift, and the Doctor tells him to accept it and sleep well. But the Minotaur tells him in its own language that only the Doctor can understand that he wasn't talking about himself. And of course that is like the build up to the finale and stuff, what's going to happen and that. So what did I like about this episode? Well, this was a filler episode, and it definitely brought back the creep factor, I gotta say. We got a cameo from the Weeping Angels in there, with where it's like fear and that, because each room for each person has their own personal fear. Like one woman, she's scared of a clown. Another fear we see is a gorilla, and yeah, we see spookiness. And the Doctor looks in his room, which is door number 11, obviously because he's the 11th Doctor, and what he sees, we don't know. They do get back to it though. It takes us into his final adventure, the time of the Doctor, where it is the crack in the wall, which, clearly Stephen Moffat wasn't quite done with that story arc yet with the cracks. Yeah, so I liked that we got, like a whole labyrinth in an 80s hotel that had horrors in it. Not only that, it was like a labyrinth, and we all, if you know Greek mythology, you know the Minotaur lived within a labyrinth, and yeah, labyrinth. I do like the practical effects on the Minotaur. There was no CGI on this one. In fact, I don't think there was much CGI at all in this episode, except for maybe the closing moments where they're revealed to be on a spaceship. So we, like I say, not a lot of visual effects, but a lot of practical effects, which I did like with this. I mean, yeah, the Minotaur didn't look terrible, like a guy in a rubber suit or anything like that, but I could tell it looked practical. Of course, we have had a Minotaur in the show before, in a John Pertwee adventure where Darth Vader himself played it, Dave Prowse. I don't know if I've seen that one. I may have to look for that one and maybe watch it sometime. But yeah, the Minotaur looked good, and David Walliams in this, I recognised him. I recognised his voice, his tone, and his comedic energy. He did bring some comic relief to this role that he was playing. He was playing a character called let's just see here if I can find it. Yeah, so he played Gibbis, who was this bold, rodent-like alien humanoid. Yeah, funny character, and yeah, I mean, yeah, in recent times he's been in trouble because of things he said and that, but at that time he was still like a national treasure, and people liked and respected him and that. But I'm not 100% sure what the scandal was, saying something about a contestant on Britain's Got Talent. I don't know. I don't watch that show, but yeah. But I was surprised. I like David Walliams in it. It would be a good while yet though before his other comedic half Matt Lucas would go on to have a role in the show and would be a regular for Series 10, Matt Lucas. But yeah, this was also written by, I know I keep saying yeah, this was written by Toby Whithouse, who of course has written for the show before. He wrote the Series 2 episode School Reunion with the Krillitane, and of course around that time in the early 2010s, he was busy running his own show on the BBC called Being Human, which was a great supernatural show, by the way. And yeah, he came back and just penned this episode for us. And like I say, it was a filler episode. But it wasn't boring. Kind of felt like a bit of a bottled episode, but in an entertaining way. Like they were in this hotel, so they were going down different corridors here and there. But I hear not a lot of people like this episode, or it's not considered the best one in Series 6. But me, I thought it was decent. I enjoyed it for what it were. You know, just a good one last big spooky episode before we get to, before drawing towards the end of the series at that time. So, God Complex. I guess it was called that because of the, themes of like a Minotaur, which are from Greek mythology, which were created by the Greek god Poseidon and that. Yeah, so Matt Smith, he was brilliant as the Doctor with Amy and Rory, where Karen Gillan and Arthur Darvil supporting and that, all doing their best, giving it their all. Okay, so I think I've said enough now. Let's get to the ratings. Performances, I'll give them an 8 to the writing, an 8 to the visuals. Given that they went practical for a lot of it, from what I could tell, I'll give them a 9, and my personal, I'll give it an 8. So there you go. There is my review for Doctor Who The God Complex. Have you seen this one? Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. I've been Davros the Whovian, and this has been a Who review. I better go now because my voice is beginning to strain. So, until next time, run for your life.